Today I'm going to be working on this spooky floral Halloween box card. So this is a card from SVG Cuts, and this is in the Halloween box cards set. And this one's called Spooky Floral box card. And I like it. It's I wouldn't say Addams Family because Morticia cuts the tips of the flower off and just leaves stems. These have actual flowers. They look a little deceased, but because some of them are black, and like these things are black, and I mean, it's spooky, I guess. And I have the black pearls in there, and there's in the yellow one there's like a I don't know what color you call that. I think of it as like a brown. That's the reason I chose it, maybe tan, but honestly I don't know what color that is supposed to be. And then I've got the button on the back, and all of the patterns are from design bundles, and the button pattern is from design bundles as well. And I like this card. I curled up the flower petals. You probably can't really see that. You'll see it in a minute when I start doing the assembly. And there are some elements you can't even see because they're all the way in the back and they're being covered by this. But anyway, so let's get started on putting this box card together. I'm pretty sure these are the only tools I'm going to need. I have the Zots for the button. I have my glue and my glue tips, my double stick tape for the envelope, and I have my wax pencil for the pearls, and that's all I really need for this project. Here's all of my paper, and I have my box base right here. Here's the layers, and here are the flowers. So I'm going to get this together first. Now this has, this is going to go on the outside, and this is going to go on the inside. So I determine which goes where by doing this. But I had a little issue when I cut these. You can see all this whiteness because the paper that I had to use, because I wanted to get everything cut and ready to go, but I ran out of my white cardstock, the Nina cardstock. So I ended up having to use the paper that I used to cut the buttons with, or the button images, and that was too thin, I guess, for my Cricut. So I had a heck of a time getting this off of the when I separating these pieces from the sheet. So we got those there. I'm going to put this on first. Oh, we're going to put this on here. And I'm not going to use my thin tip. I'm just going to use my regular tip. And this is good paper too. This is not presentation. It's premium paper, but and you can actually cut this. It's 32 pounds paper. You can actually cut 32-pound paper on the Cricut. It's just that it. Oops. It's just that it's really thin, and I don't know. I didn't have a lot of luck with it, and I ended up tearing a couple of pieces, and I ended up having to cut the paper for these a lot, and I ended up wasting two I think 2 whole sheets. Okay, now we're in the back. The side pieces, I'm going to go on the other side, so I'm going to have to flip it around again. But I'm going to get these pieces. This goes on the back. I'm going to try not to put so much glue on it because I don't want it to seep out the edges or the sides. There you go. Slides over this way. It's good. Paper towel. I used to use the, I don't have it on my desk anymore because I stopped using it, but I used to use a tape gun that used these cartridges, and I would put these layers inside the card with the tape instead of with glue, and sometimes they wouldn't stick, and it says that it's permanent, so I don't know why it wouldn't stick, but I had to stop using that. I could use that for putting things like this on instead of using the glue, but I just figure, why waste a lot of money on these cartridges if there's a chance that the paper will come apart, and I don't want to take that risk. Okay, so we're back on this side, and here's another one that did that. I don't know if you can see that. It's got this white on the edge. And see, I can cut it with the scissors on like this, but that other piece, it's kind of hard to do that because of, being inside here. It's kind of hard to do that. So I'm going to flip this around. Plus, I kind of like the thick paper instead of the thin paper for things like this. And in case you're wondering, this is my Etsy shop logo. I've made it into a button. And this is that Halloween background that you saw me in earlier. Yeah. All right. Before I started doing these, I got my Cricut, and I got that. My life partner bought it for me on our 25-year anniversary, and I don't know if I've told this before. And I really wanted a Cricut, and someone gave me one, and it was one of the original Cricuts that are similar to one that I have that you put the mat in, except it had like a giant keyboard on the outside that you had to replace with a keyboard for each cartridge that you have. And the only problem with that kind of a Cricut is that you can't make things like this. Plus, the mat was only 6 by 12 instead of 12 by 12. So it was 6 inches wide by 12 inches long. So you couldn't do envelopes. I could do cards, I just couldn't do the envelopes. I was telling a story and I completely got sidetracked. So what I was trying to say was, I honestly didn't know what I was going to make with the Cricut. And so I thought, I'll probably make like iron-ons for shirts. Um, who knows what I'll make, but I never thought I would make cards, and especially box cards. So that's what I was trying to say, and I completely lost track. So back to the video. I'm gonna go ahead and fold this together. So I'm gonna put the glue on here. And I like it when it's all one piece, but sometimes they're longer, and you have to make it into two pieces. It's not connecting straight. It was folded straight, it's just not connecting straight. Well, that's weird. None of the other ones did that. And it's not like I used the score tool. I have it cut the I have it so that it cuts the scores into these little cuts, so that I just go like that to score it or to fold it. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, so that's that. And I will have a piece that glues inside there, but I don't have to put it on right this second. I can do it later. That's that piece. I'm just gonna set it over here. The next piece is, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the one in the back. And I'm going to look at my screen and see, this is the piece, these are the pieces that I need. I need one of these, and I need one of these. This will glue right on there. And let me see. Ungroup. Ungroup again. Move that over. Move that over. Okay, so these pieces get glued directly to each other. So I'm just going to put the glue right on here. And I curled the pieces already before I started the video, because I know that takes time. So this piece, since I've already glued those two pieces together, this will glue directly on here like this. Exactly right here in this spot like that. So what I'm going to do is just lift this up and then just put some glue on here. And now I can put the other pieces on, which is this one first, and then this one second. And I'm just putting it on the tops, or technically bottom, since it's facing this direction. And then this piece goes right here. Because I want them to be, you know, like loose. So that's that piece, and this piece is pretty much done. I just need to put the chipboard on the back. Stuck to my finger. Okay, this piece is finished. And see how these two pieces are on the other side of this, and that's in the back. That will keep it stable. So I'm going to set that aside. Oops, I'm going to bring this back up so I can see what I'm doing on the screen. The next one is number 2, and this piece, I will need the screen again. Okay, so this piece will glue, let's see, yep, this is exactly how it goes. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here, and then right in the middle. And this one doesn't need to be shaped or curled or anything. And then I have this piece, and this goes in here like this, and this one I've curled. This goes down right here like this, and then the smaller piece goes down with these smaller pieces on the bottom. I'll just put it here. Did get a little bit of extra glue on there, but that's okay. It's fine. Now, the next piece to go on here are these two. And these are easy. And this one has the black circle, and I'll put the black bead on top of it. Why do I use the bead if I'm just using a circle? Well, the bead is smaller than the circle, the black circle here. So it just adds a little extra flair, if you will. And this just goes right here. Oops. And then I just need to add the chipboard to the back. That one is done. So the next one is this piece, and let's see, I've got to, oh, it just goes right here. So I was gonna pause and see, because on the screen it's sitting right there, and I'm thinking that's not right, but it's right. So I'm just, I'm gonna put the chipboard on first. Because I keep thinking that the flowers are gonna go on here, but that's not where they go. Alright, that'll make that easier to do this. So I'm just gonna put a dot of glue here, put this here, and I used ink on the tips or the edges of these tips on this flower, just to, give it a little more, what's the word? Just to give it a little more character, I guess. And this one is going to have this color, which is the same color as the paper. And I'm going to use the beads that are pretty much a similar color. Oops. Okay, that's good. That's it for this piece. Now, the last piece is, well, actually, it's not the last, but I'm going to put this on, I'm just going to put this directly on here. So, I'm just going to go directly down here. Oops. It's a lot of glue, but it's fine. Now, this piece is going to go right over that, but right around here. So I'm just going to put it on here. I'm not even going to put it on the stem. And this, ungroup that because everything is upside down, or yeah, everything is a little bit arranged on here a little differently. This piece is like this, and this goes a little dot here, and this just goes like this right here. Okay, and then this piece goes this way. Oops, this way. Wait a minute, this bigger piece. Oh, did I curl that the wrong way? Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it is going to go on the back, so. And then this piece, the small part is on the bottom. And I did this one backwards too. It's fine. I curled them the same way as I did the other ones. And for some reason, they have it on here backwards. So that piece is done. So now the next one is this, and I'm just going to put this on here. This just goes right here, and then this goes here, and then this piece, just going to twist it a little. And then this, put the little glue in here. And that's it for the back. And the last part is, it's going to go on the front of the card. So this goes like this, and then this is the same as the other one, except it's going to go up instead of down. And this is just going to go on this. So I'm going to put that on there like that. Oops. Oh. I guess put that in the front. I'm looking at the screen on my computer. I guess that's the way it goes. So I'm just going to put the dot here. And just press it down here. And now this piece will go on here. Oops, I can't really see because it's upside down. And then this piece just goes on there on the top. Oops. Yeah, I guess that could go like that. That's fine. Okay, now all of those pieces are together. So I can go ahead and put these in here. And it probably would seem like I shouldn't have put these on the back until after I have these pieces in, but it actually makes better or more sense because to have that in there first, because then I don't have to worry about putting them on. Okay, so that piece is in there. And the problem that I have with this card is that these pieces will grab onto, like especially this, will grab onto these pieces, and they'll just like, you know, hold hands and mess things up. So okay. I got a little glue on the inside, but I think I'm good. And that's gonna go over. Oh, why isn't it? This should be pushed over a little bit more. I think they've yeah, that didn't go in good. Excuse me, that didn't go in well. Let me try this one more time. I gotta do it so I can see where it's going. If I can't see it, then it's not gonna be right. So I'm just gonna use this, push that in there. And then I can go ahead and close it to push that piece down. Oops. Okay, there we go. That's in right. Right as rain. Okay, last piece. This one is going to go like this, and it's going to go on the front. See, these pieces are longer than the box. So when I'm holding it up, for some reason it keeps wanting to curl these ends. have to use my pencil to press it down. And now I can go like that, get that one in there. Just press them down. And then the last thing is, well, not the last thing, but this piece goes on here. Yeah, I guess that would be loose from that. So this piece is going to go on here, and it's going to go in the front like this, behind there, and it's just going to be sticking out like this. So I just got to glue this part right here. Which this kind of makes it difficult to close, because these flaps have to go up when you close it to put it in the envelope, and this is hanging over the edge, so it kind of makes it a little difficult to close the card. But as long as, you know, as long as when the person gets it knows they have to just go like that, then they'll be okay. And then when you put it in the envelope, this is going to be too long because of this. So it has to go like this in the envelope. So I'm going to actually do one more thing, and that is to put the Zots on the back for the button. Oops. I'm just going to put it right here. Doesn't have to be in any particular order or any particular place. Oh, whew, scared me. Every time I do that, it scares me. So I just got to make sure that the metal part is on there, is attached to that, and that's it. That's done. And now I can make my envelope and move everything out of the way. Just like I was saying last time about the envelopes, I've already folded them, and I know that this piece is the top because of this design, but I've been folding them anyway, and this is weird because it's curved this way, plus it's curved this way, which means that it's going to go in like an oval shape. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see where the top of that is, and then just put a little glue here, if I can see it, glue there, and I'm just going to go along the edge up to about here, just to make sure that I'm okay. And I think that one went over a little. And then the last thing is my tape for the edge. And this again is going to be very difficult because when I hold it up to the light, a lot of dried glue in here. When I hold it up to the light, there is a spot. Let me hold it up here. Right here is, I mean, I can use the thick tape right here, but it's right around here where it meets up with this, and it just makes it so that it's very difficult to use thicker tape. So I'm going to use this thin tape, and I've got to put it on rounded, a little bit rounded, so that it will stay on there, and it's not going to look pretty because it's going to look like it's bunched up. So I'm going to start here. Is there tape on there? That's weird. I'm gonna have to cut that piece off. It didn't stick to the backing for some reason. we go. So I'm just going to contour it to the edge all the way over. I'm just going to stop here and cut it, and then do the same thing over here. Start from here and just contour it along the edge all the way down. That's really the only way to do this. And see, it's not going to look pretty, but I mean, it doesn't have to. You're going to peel off the tape and stick it down when you're ready to give it out anyway. So this is this card. I would have liked for it to have had more of these things, but I guess 3 is okay. And see, you can't even see this one in the back. So that's how this is going to go in here. Oh yeah, I've got to fold these up. There we go. Let's push that one in there. There we go. Oops. And there we go. That card is finished. And that didn't take long, so I really hope you enjoyed it. And here is my Etsy shop logo again. It's at gaynerd.etsy.com, and I have keychains, box cards, bracelets, and buttons. That's what that says. Can't see it. But if you want to go to my Facebook page for my Etsy shop, it's just find Gay Nerd on Etsy on Facebook, and that's where I'm at most of the time. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next assembly card video for Halloween. Thank you for watching.